Okay, good evening, everybody. Thank you for joining us. We're continuing B'siyat Deshmaya in the Hachaim and Parshat Lecha. We're up to Perek Tezvav with the piece in Pasuk Gimel. At this point, Avram Avinu just saved Lot and redeemed him from captivity, redeemed the four kings and their people, and Avram Avinu comes home. And Hashem tells Avram Avinu, don't worry about the fact that you killed people, don't worry about the fact that you had miracles, and you think that your merits and your rewards were diminished. I am your shield, says Hashem, and your reward, schorcha harbe miyoid. You will have great reward. Right? It's a very interesting question. What's that referring to? We'll leave that aside for now. Avram Avinu basically tells Hashem in Pasuk Beis and Pasuk Gimel, what's the reward going to help me? What are you going to give me? I have no children, and Eliezer, the chief of staff, will inherit me. And he says a very fascinating two things. Ainli, look at me, lo nesat he didn't give me children. And who's going to inherit me? Not my blood relative, Eliezer. So the Hachaim says, I don't understand. How could Avram Avinu say that Eliezer will inherit him? Hashem told him, you will have children, right? It's true that right now, maybe Avram Avinu doesn't have children, but Hashem did tell Avram Avinu that you will have children. By saying that Eliezer, his servant, will inherit him, seems to indicate that Avram Avinu already resigned to the fact he will not have children. That's not true. So kasha, how can Avram Avinu say you have not given me children? Hashem already said that I will make your children as many as the dust of the earth. It's like he's questioning what Hashem already told him. Hashem told Avram Avinu, you're going to have children. Not only will you have children, they will be so great, they will be like the dust of the earth. Just like you can't count the dust of the earth, you won't be able to count how many Jews there are. So what's Avram saying that Eliezer will inherit me? Doesn't make sense. Omer Hainli. What does it mean? Behold to me. It doesn't mean behold to me. Should have said, Hashem, you didn't give me children. What is behold to me? The wording is not exact. Avram Avinu should have said, Hein Ata, you Hashem did not give me children. What's Hainli? Tzarech Ladas. Hakavana. If Avram's whole concern that he has no children, who inherits him? It seems to be that Avram Avinu was making a point by saying that Eliezer Eved Avram, his chief of staff, will inherit him. Now, we mentioned before that it seems to indicate that through that Avram Avinu was indicating that he will not have children, but he could have said, anybody will inherit me. Why specifically did he choose to say Eliezer? So, Achaim, we now will learn the incredible insight that the Hachaim has in this pasuk. Achaim kavanas hi fal al zehadarach. Sheliyos shebesoyos hazer she'amalei Hashem ke'afar arts. Avram Avinu, in a sense, misunderstood what Hashem's message to him was when he said ke'afar arts. Avram Avinu thought that when Hashem said ke'afar arts, was a reference to the type of children that he will have. They will be like the dust. They will be like nothing. Anything that's compared to the dust of the earth. Avram Avinu thought that, why did Hashem choose of all the metaphors to describe the children that he will have, he used kafar aretz? Avram Avinu thought that was a reference to the fact that his children won't be so good, his grandchildren won't be so good. Tzaddikim don't want such children. So it wasn't that Avram Avinu, says the Hachaim, didn't believe that Hashem, when he said he was going to have children. He knew he was going to have children, right? But he said, these children I don't want. We have to understand what this means. Because Lamaisa, we know the famous story with Chizkiah, we don't make cheshbonos, but Lamaisa, Avram Avinu said, if I'm going to have children that are Amei Haratzim, I don't want to have it. And that's what he was saying. Hashem then had to tell him, no, you misunderstood. That's why in the next psukim it says, go outside and look at the stars. Just like the stars shine so brightly in the night, so too your children, which is Klal Yisrael, will shine so brightly in the darkness of Golus. When Avram Avinu heard that, then he was regua, he was relaxed. And therefore, Vayiksha Lecha Leferish Zeh Mimayim Reseinu. Now, the Hachaim says, wait a minute. we know that there's a drasha that everybody knows, every kid that went to yeshiva knows, and we mentioned before, that kafar arts means just like you won't be able to count the dust on the earth, you won't be able to count how many Yidden there are, how many Jews there are in Klal Yisrael. The Hachaim says that's only once we knew that Klal Yisrael is compared to the stars. Once Klal Yisrael is compared to the stars that shine bright throughout the galaxies in the night, and Hashem was telling Avraham Avinu that don't worry, your children won't be Amei Aratzim, they won't be Bezuyim, they won't be nothing. On the contrary, they will be great leaders, they will be great people that shine brightly in the night. Then we can take what's there for. So how do we reconcile that Hashem called them kafar haaretz? That's what our Hachaim says. That's to teach us that there will be many like the dust of the earth. Now, v'oimra v'hine ben Beisi. So why did it say ben Beisi? Why did Avraham Avinu have to say that Eliezer will inherit me? Our Hachaim explains, Avraham was saying that if you're going to give me children that don't deserve the rewards, they're not worthy to get the Yerusha, right? There's a lot of tremendous qualities in the Yerusha that Avraham Avinu had, not just physically, but even spiritually. And as we know, that before Avraham Avinu dies, he sent his children matanos to the Far East. A lot of people darshan that this refers to Asia, the Chinese, the Japanese. They all have all these different types of spiritual koiches, spiritual powers, that are matanos that Avraham Avinu gave to those children. And he gave to Yitzchak, and he gave to Yishmael other koiches. So Memela, Avraham Avinu said that if I don't have children that are worthy from it, I'd rather give it to Eliezer Eved Avram. V'hasheni al zeh derech. He said, Kimovachoi mitztal azera, gam hoy mitztal divras ben baishoy oime ki hu ayor. She was also upset that Eliezer will say that he is the natural inheritor of Avram, which means that his taina wasn't that Eliezer will get it. It was that Eliezer will demand to get it. How could it be such a good day that when Hashem tells him you will get a lot of reward, and the one that will end up having it is Eliezer Eved Avram? And therefore, when Hakadosh Baruch Hu tells Avraham Avinu, that you're making a mistake, right? What does the pasuk say in pasuk Daled? Hashem says, no, Eliezer will not inherit him, either because you don't have to worry, you will have worthy children, or he won't be the one that will expect to be inherit you. Kim asher yetze mimeyecha. It's a funny lashon to say that comes from you. What does it mean? Comes from you? It'll be just like you. Just like you're a tzaddik, you're a balamun, a babetachan, oivin nisyonis, so too your children will be the same type of quality as you. And memela yiro shechel, they will be worthy to yarshanir. How do we know that? Look at the stars, just like they shine brightly in the night, and they give directions to those that need it, so too Klal Yisrael will shine darkly in the night, and they will give direction to those who need it.